Joining me right now is Florida Congressman Greg Steube. He's a member of the House Ways and Means Committee and the Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the federal government. Congressman, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Do you think this is an example of a weaponization of the federal government?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you have a case that has passed the statute of limitations. They're making up things. You know it's bad when even Biden's DOJ wouldn't be willing to take that up and prosecute Trump over it. So they send it to New York, and Alvin Bragg's trying to concoct a crime that they can come up with where it doesn't, the facts don't lead up to anything that has been violation of a crime. And they're using federal resources to do it. So Congress absolutely has the right to ask questions, to find out exactly what they're doing, because they are politicizing the ability in the Justice Department in New York, and they're doing the same thing right here in the federal government. And that's why we created this subcommittee this year and look to do that in the next couple of years while the Republicans have the majority.
So, in other words, rather than identifying a crime and finding the perpetrator, they have their guy and they're going to find a crime.
Yeah, and they've been attempting to do that for years, and this is the one thing that they think they possibly could bring a charge against him. And it sounds like even a grand jury is being very suspect on the facts and evidence, because there's really not a crime that was committed. They're trying to create a crime, and then they're trying to use federal law and say it's a campaign violation when it wasn't campaign funds that were used. And there's non-disclosure agreements that are entered into every single day all across this country. There's nothing illegal about entering into those. It has nothing to do with the campaign. And Cohen's lawyer even testified that Cohen told the lawyer that that was the case.
Yeah, I mean, people are so sick of the politics all the time in everything. I want to switch gears and ask you about TikTok, because Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, says that the House will move forward with legislation on TikTok. He tweeted this quote: "It's very concerning that the CEO of TikTok cannot be honest and admit what we already know to be true, that China has access to TikTok user data." However, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez actually, in the middle of all of this, did a TikTok video. She says this is her first TikTok, and she's defending the app. Watch this.
Hey everyone, this is Rep. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and this is my first TikTok. Do I believe TikTok should be banned? No. Why should TikTok not be banned? The United States has never before banned a social media company from existence, from operating in our borders. And this is an app that has over 150 million Americans on it.
Congressman, your thoughts. Why is AOC doing a TikTok video as so many governors are banning TikTok? She's like sticking it in your eye.
Yeah, well, now all of her information that's on her phone is in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. So I guess she felt okay with that. Look, the Chinese Communist Party is the #1 national security threat to the United States. And we got through that testimony, what bit of it was accurate, we got through that testimony that the Chinese Communist Party can request and get access to the data from TikTok because they're the parent company. So why would we want all of the information and all of the data of the American people being held by the Chinese Communist Party? I 100% support a ban on it. We've been doing bans, government bans. The state has been banning it on federal or on state devices. Those are the type of actions that we absolutely can take and we should take, and AOC is just looking for another opportunity to get publicity.
So we just heard all about the Twitter files and how there were up to 1,000 government employees, leaders at the FBI and other agencies that were colluding with Twitter to amplify lies and suppress truth. That was Twitter, an American company. Imagine if it's TikTok and you've got the CCP deciding what to amplify and what to suppress. Does that give you even more pause knowing what we just saw in the Twitter files?
Oh, absolutely. And they're going to do it, just like you said, they're going to do it worse than Twitter used to do it because it's the Chinese Communist Party. They're going to put in Chinese propaganda. They're going to try to say that the slave labor in the Uyghurs in China is okay, or not talk about it, or depress information about it. The American people should not be on that platform. It's owned by one of the #1 enemy to the country, and absolutely moving forward with banning it in this country here in the House.
Yeah, we're looking at a list of all of the data that TikTok collects, and it's
everything.
A lot.
Anything on your phone.
Yeah, everything on your phone. Wow. All right, Congressman, thanks very much. We'll be watching this developing story. Greg Steube joining us this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Much more ahead this morning. Coming up, the Senate Banking Committee hearings.